VRSN stock, VeriSign Inc. stock. So the stock has been a strong bullish trend over the last 6 months in terms of performance, in terms of performance, in terms of gains. It is only behind Palantir and Tapestry. So it's a third one, third behind. The first is Palantir, second is Tapestry, and then it's VRSN. So if you didn't know what a company does, let's dig in and find out. So the company provides registry services for several top level domains or TLDs, obviously domains like internet addresses. Okay, so and it's these are essential to the basic functioning of the internet, as you can imagine very well. VeriSign plays a vital role in supporting the domain name systems or DNS, which is akin to a massive address book that matches human-friendly domain names to the accompanying numbers based internet protocol or IP address. This allows an end user to browse the internet and access requested content via a network or interconnected servers. You can imagine, you probably know that very well. The company operates software and infrastructure globally to support the translation of domain names to IP addresses for its assigned domains, including managing zone files and registration and policies for the specified domain. VeriSign also provides root zone maintenance services, operates toward world's 13 roots servers that are foundational to the DNS, domain name service, and manages a shared registration system that allows registrars to query the availability of and for availability of and manage second level domains. Okay, so a couple of other things there, but you have an idea what the company does already. So it's disclosed its earnings outcomes as of the 25th of April. So the folks at Morningstar think, or they have raised their fair value estimate to what $217 from 210, following a solid first quarter 2025 earnings report and an upward revision of full year guidance by the wide-moat firm. So the company has a wide moat, meaning that it's not easy for its business model to be assailed. It's in terms of competition, it has a very good upper hand. So quarterly revenue and profitability were in line with FactSet consensus expectations. This performance was driven by modest domain-based expansion and improved renewal rates. Encouraged by these trends, management raised guidance for the fiscal year to revenue of $1.635 billion to $1.65 billion, previously $1.615 to $1.635 billion, and operating income between $1.11 billion and $1.125 billion. So they view this increase positively and believe VeriSign's resilient business model will help it weather ongoing macroeconomic headwinds. Additionally, the firm also declared its first ever quarterly dividend of $0.77. Yeah, so that's a snapshot of what happened and what the company does. So yeah, underlying trend is a strongly bullish one, especially over the last 6 months. It hasn't always been a strongly bullish stock. Periodically, it goes into bearish. It goes into a bearish trend, but of late it has been in a strong bullish trend. So yeah, this is what's going on, and it's the extrapolation. It's is that it's expected to retest its 52-week high of 287.77 sometime in the middle of June of this year, 2025. But this is an extrapolation. There's no guarantee that that will be the case. So at the moment, it's it's having a contraction. A contraction that is with a bias to the upside, meaning that while it's contracting, it's there'll be more buying. That is what's been extrapolated. So After the contraction, we might see a continuation of the trend, of the bullish trend. So this is extrapolation, So let's see, in terms of projections, what do we have? We have no upper projection so far. We have the downward projection of 271.42. This is within, because I mentioned the stock is currently contracting the expansion that has been in effect since you could even say since early April. So it's contracted it in the meantime, and after that, the upward trend might continue, and it's going to contract into the extrapolation of its 10 and 21 day moving averages. All of these are still even though it's even though it's an extrapolation, it doesn't there's no guarantee that that will be the case. But what is highly likely is to have a contraction regardless. So let's see, now we have upper projections that were in play as of the 4th of April. We have here to 83.59 to 92.29, but they are currently not in play at the moment. Let's have a look at its weekly chart and see what's going on there. Let's look at weekly chart. The weekly chart is, let's see, here a contraction is also expected, with a bias to the downside. So on the weekly chart, so for the rest of the year, we are looking at a contraction that will lead to a distribution. So it's going to lose some of the gains it has gained over the last 6 months. Yeah, it's going to lose some of it, but not everything. So maybe after that, we might see a spike. So that's what's going on the weekly chart. If you have a look at the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, this is just for a very short term play. Here as well, we're looking at a contraction with with a bias to the downside. So it's going to be a contraction that will lead to losses. It's going to lead to sales. So well, yeah, it's going to lead to some decline. Yes, that's what's being extrapolated. Maybe after that, we might see something totally different. So in terms of projections, what do we have? Do we have we have, yes, upper projections, regardless of uh, the contraction with a bias to the downside, a distributive contraction. So in terms of projections, we have, let's see, some downward projections: 269.23, 272.38. Upper projections: 277.48, 325.69, 345.26, 357.35. So yeah, that's what's in play. That's what is in play at the moment. So VRSN, strongly bullish, especially over the last 6 months. Third only behind Palantir being the first, and Tapestry the second. So it has returned around 48% gains since the last 6 months, whereas Tapestry is almost close to 70%. Palantir, uh, given what happened yesterday, it's returned over 111% since the last 6 months. So see what you make of VRSN stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.